Hello there and welcome back to the second part of this Match-3 demonstration. Right, so as you can see we have added quite a few things in trying to create some kind of gameplay, and I will go over that in just a moment. Right now it's not really that important. So as you can see there are some different objects now put in. We have these kind of, they are called, as you can see down in the bottom, you can see what object you are hovering over. This is the object gem create, and we are adding the object gem creator, object creator, yeah. And that's basically the one thing. For this version, I have put in the creation code of the room, the object control is just placed at 0.0. And I have built this so I fill the entire space. Here we have the object stoppers in the bottom, and we fill the space with the object gem create, which I'm about to explain to you. And so we have the object creator up here, which will create more. So the reason why we choose not to use the creator object that we have here to create gems from the start is to avoid creating combos from the beginning. So creating combos is not something we want to start the game having a lot of gems falling down. It just looks stupid. So we want it to be calculated. The best way to do it is to use separate objects for different purposes. So we instead of having a lot of code into one object that will create a lot of if statements with a lot of exception statements, we just generate different objects to calculate different things. So we need to organize our stuff here at some point. So things that I have added, let's just take a look at it at what it looks like for now. So you can see what kind of game I am creating, and you can see if you want to go the same route. Right, so right now, as you can see, we have 5 turns for creating something. We have to get gems for these combos with different colors. We have 0 currently of the objects created, but I will explain that in a moment. That's not important, that's for my game. So what we are testing right now is to see if we do it like this, right? And we have the new gems generated here, and we can create a super combo here, yeah, right? And we created more combos here, and it just, oh, that was a good one. Really great. As you can see, that was like a brilliant one. So 3 turns left now to make moves. Let's just make something simple to see what's going on here. Okay, great. Let's just see. Okay, so as you can see, everything goes as it should, and we can't, you know, if I press here and I press here, you see I cannot make a combo with that. And so of course we need to remove the border right now, and this is a marker so I can see which gem I have marked. Right, okay, let's just stop it for here. So what's important now is that we go and find the objects that we have now, which is the object. Let's just go to the object gem create, which is this one. Object gem create is just created, and it's not visible, and just have a yellow gem sprite, which I have defined. And in the create event, you make choices. So choice 1, number 1, valid. Choice 1 is a purple gem, and then we have 2 is the second one is red, and the third one green, and so on. So the thing is that for each of these choices, of which choice it will turn into, you see that if place meeting x minus 64, so that's to the left, a purple gem, or place meeting a purple gem to the right side, or purple gem up, or a purple gem, I think down will be the last one. Let's just, yeah, down, if it's down, right? So if that is currently happening, if we have a collision with a purple gem, we do not, the first choice, the purple gem, will be cancelled, and we will have another gem create instead. So this means that if we meet another purple gem, the ability to create another purple gem will be cancelled, and we will create another creating gem. So this will create a loop, and eventually the loop will stop because we have 4 choices, and the chance of that being done within 4 steps of the game, which is less than, like, I don't know, a split second, definitely less than a second, is 25% chance of that happening, and so we avoid any collisions. And so this is just something that is done for each and every one, because you can see here. And we have at the end, we make sure that the instance change into the chosen by random choice of val 1, val 2, val 3, val 4. and of course we make it true. And so we set the object control alarm to 30. So each time that another gem is created, if this is executed, for instance, the alarm of the control object will be delayed and set to a second, because we have 30 steps per second in our room. So this means that you will never be able to take your turn unless all gems are generated. That is brilliant. So that is what happens now. We create gems. And so furthermore, for our object control, for the alarm 0, we are able to, if this, you just shouldn't look at that, but at least you put in this as we did before, with that we can mark is true and the global.marked equals to 0, because we have not marked anything yet. And here you of course make sure that you have the values initiated, and that's it. Let's move on to the next, the object creator, which is an object that has in the creation event, it has an alarm that is set to 0. Alarm 80 is set to 8. And when that reaches 0, it will check whether or not there is a gem. This means that if place meeting and plus 65 with 64, which is the one below, if there is a gem, if there is not a gem, because it's equal to false. If there is not a gem fall, so it's not a gem falling, and if there is not a gem create, then create a gem create below, and then set alarm 0 to 8. So this one is actually executed all the time during the game. This one is executed. We could change it so that it was done only when needed, but the thing is that I would rather have it being checked all the time to make sure that the game has a flow, rather than not doing it, because it's not something that takes a lot of processing power for the computer. So it's not really that important. Important thing is that when we add all these things, we need to make sure that they are executed, meaning that we will have gems created first, and then when our gems they are disappearing, then the gem creator we have add up here will create gems automatically. So there's nothing there. That should work just fine. So we now have gems coming and gems falling and gems going away, and then other gems being created again. So that creates the entire flow. So now it's up to you to add whatever you want to the game. For instance, I have another version of the game here where I added some fun objects to play around, just to give you an idea for whatever you want to do. So what I added here was I added like key objects. So a blue key must be combined with blue gems to unlock things during gameplay. I had a rock that could not be mixed with any other type of gem, but needed to be destroyed by falling to the bottom. I can show you in a moment. This was another idea for a Match-3 game that I had. Basically worked around the same concept, but just changed in another way. So as you can see here, we have 5 turns. We need to bring, this is our guy, we need to bring this guy down to 0 health. When you press here, you can go and just do some combo stuff. Currently we have 0 gems, so you at some point will have some kind of spells to create with your character. But as you can see, we have the rocks here, and I cannot target the rocks. If I try to target the gems with the rock, it will just cancel it. So this was a fun thing, because we need these objects to play around. And also here I added the combos, so whenever you combo something vertically, you get a vertical bonus, and otherwise, as you can see now, this one will get a bonus. Bam, and they got a bonus, so +2, because I made a vertical bonus. Right, let's try and see if we can make these rocks fall down. Right, so the rocks fall down here. Sure. Okay. As you can see, the rock here will disappear when I do this, and now the rock disappeared, right? So this was a way of creating some obstacles in the game that will be annoyed. For instance, you need to create, maybe it was bombs, and whenever your timer went down to 0, the bombs would explode and deal damage to your character or something. I don't know. So for now, we can go in here and try to make a spell, and this spell will, all green gems would be turned into poison gems that would deal extra damage or something. I don't know. Well, this is the thing that I haven't really added yet, or the special things, but I have the ideas planned for it, and I think this is a concept wave. It's a great way of having a small concept that is probably more for a tablet or phone, but um, it shows potential to create something that is quite different than most of these kind of games, and also engaging. But anyway, the system with the matching works, and that was the thing that I wanted to prove. An easy, simple way of making a match-3 system that is not too over complicated or weird in any way, so everybody can probably do this. And that was the main purpose. So I hope you enjoyed. And now you can just send me feedback. And if you want to implement anything in your game, you don't know how to do it, just ask, and I will try to respond as fast as possible. I used this Screenomatic recorder to record everything, and it works just fine. It's free, and you have a 15-minute maximum, but it works fine. So yeah, right. Have a good one.